So today is another day of Shadowverse in the new, latest, and last, I guess, mini expansion. And today we'll be playing some Evo Blood. So for Evo Blood, mainly I've just put in Aluzard. I don't think there's anything else that's new in here yet. That's just Aluzard. Aluzard has the effect that from the third copy onwards that comes into play of him, he gives you this spell, and this spell will evolve him and deal 2 damage to all enemies. So when combined with Mono, this is 1 PP for 6 damage as well as AoE 2 damage for clearing wards, which is of course very strong. It also helps you get rid of damage shields by dealing a nice 2 damage ping to your opponent. And it gives you the evolved body as well. Having the ability to evolve itself is quite good for Mono turns because sometimes your opponent can try to lock you on your Evo count by leaving non-Machina followers on your board that you can't Evo with a Mono spell. At most you can manual Evo 1, which is usually your Rule of Retribution, right? So the fact that Aluzard can evolve himself means that even if he's not a Machina, he can still contribute to your mono damage, so that's what's pretty good. He also puts you in Vengeance, but this deck has no Vengeance effect, so it's completely irrelevant to this deck in particular. I haven't tried a Vengeance build with Aluzard and I don't really intend to, so yeah, this is what we are running today. The rest are pretty standard cards. We just run out of Case Crack to deal with wards and other annoying stuff. It also helps against Last Word, since Last Word is very popular right now. So yeah, that's it for the deck list. Let's jump into some games. So for our first match here, we are going second against Dragon. We do like going second. We are an evolved deck after all. So for the mulligan, I just keep... Maybe I should have kept Hypodermic Devil there, but I usually try to high roll a bit for the early evos like the Mechanical Bat mainly, but I think keeping Hypodermic Devil is probably a good idea, but I guess I didn't. Oh, Aluzard is also definitely a good keep, so I definitely want to look for Aluzard. So yeah, we go ahead and just play the Ruins of Ireland here just to draw Machina cards, I guess. If we pick up a Bat, we can use the recovery to evolve it, but no Bat here. And there's my opponent's Drak as well as their Dragon Shrine, so they are definitely having a good time over there. What I can do here is just go ahead and zap the Aluzard here. Get him in rotation as fast as possible so we can get him to evolve. And there's the Drak as well. That's the second one, so it ramps. We don't really have anything to do here. I used the Gadel here. I'm not using the Gadel here to draw. Maybe I should have saved him for the evil condition, but I feel like drawing as well as getting Aluzard destroyed ASAP is probably beneficial to me. Usually you are syncing your lethal turns with Aluzard's leader effect to summon himself, so in this case he will summon himself on turn 5 and then turn 7, so we're looking at turn 7 lethal probably, unless we high roll. So for now we just go ahead and play Oceanus here. Oceanus, there's no like reason to play her or not to play her in particular over the other auto evos here. But she's the easiest. The rest are much easier to make use of, I think. Gadel and the Blooming Dancer, so I just went with the Oceanus here. Pick up the Flowing Mercy because they are a deck that someone's a big follower, so having the Flowing Mercy to clear them should be helpful. There's the Aluzard, and we do pick up another Aluzard off the top here, so we're just going to go ahead and slam that. And then this Aluzard will be able to evolve himself by picking up the spell, and then we can trade him off so that we can get our Aluzard back on turn 7, so that's for now what we're looking at. And then we go ahead and just heal out a bit here just to reduce damage coming to our face. Currently we are at 5 evolves here, so unless something insane happens next turn, I definitely won't. Well, actually I just won't be able to kill them next turn, so we can take our time here. Go ahead and fuse some cards to make space. Just use some unnecessary cards. You can see now I made more than 1 hand space, which is unnecessary, but since the NLP only allows fusion 1 time, we need to fuse to make sure we don't overdraw this turn as well, because we're unlikely to have lethal here. Or rather, it's just not possible to have lethal here. So we're just going to go ahead and keep ourselves healthy here, so we go ahead and play the Hypodermic Devil to help us heal. And then we can go ahead and get some Trueblade here as well, just to get some card draw. Here I misplay, I think. I'm at 7 evil, so I should have played Red Hot Gossip to clear the Relic Dragon first and then play Leoparion, but oh, I did do that. Okay, never mind, I didn't misplay. Okay, I guess I'm not an idiot. So we go ahead and play that first to waste their healing, and then we can go... Well, it's not wasting their healing. Let me go ahead and just hit them in the face here. We could have traded the Rule of Retribution first actually, and that would have actually wasted the healing, so Probably a bit of a misplay there, but it's fine. That's the Celestial Worm got from them to help them protect themselves, but we are pretty close to killing them next turn anyway, so I think it's fine. I mean, we have a decent amount of damage, right? They go ahead and evolve the Celestial Worm God here. And it's our turn, so we can go ahead and just blow them out with Aluzard here. The Ruler of Retribution as well. But here I just went to maximize damage. It's not, I don't think it's necessary to go this far, but go ahead and trade the Ruler of Retribution. Use the Red Hot Gauntlet to shit more damage. Sanguine Arts to evolve the Aluzard. Tap a Leon Alfie as well. And then go ahead and evolve the Leon Alfie so that it gets Storm from Mono, and then we can just finish them off with Mono's effect now that we are... oh yeah, we are definitely at 10 evolve, so... that's it for this game. Let's move on to the next game. So for our next game here, we are going first against Portal this time. Artifact is like ridiculously popular right now. I don't particularly understand why. Or that I don't really understand why, but I guess it's popular. Again, I'm tossing Hypodermic Devil. You should probably just keep it, but I guess I chose not to for some reason. This hand's not great. We only really need one copy of Mono, I think. And there's like a not unreasonable chance that we draw our third copy at some point anyway, so we'll just go ahead and throw Mono into the one reminder just to mulligan her for something better, hopefully. Like something they can use to evolve, like a Mechanical Bat here would be nice. We pick out Aluzard, which is very good, so we go ahead and just slam the Aluzard now. It gives them a trade target for Spinara's artifact, which is a bit unfortunate, but getting Aluzard in rotation is very valuable, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's the post-apocalyptic girls. They actually choose not to trade the Spinara's artifact for some reason. So we're gonna go ahead and try to well, we can't really fully punish it, but we can at least get rid of one of it on their turn. So Spinara's artifact's last words. If it's your turn, it gives you an artifact card, but if your opponent's turn, you just draw a card normally. So we want to deny the search for them by trading here. We don't let them search an artifact. Of course, they can just naturally draw an artifact anyway, but we can make it at least a bit more difficult for them by not letting them get the artifact search off. Go ahead and use the Red Hot Gossip here just to clear. We pick out the Hypodermic Devil, which is nice. And there's nothing else to do, so we just pass here. Aluzard is not quite in rotation right now, unfortunately, so hopefully we can draw another Aluzard at some point, because if we don't find another Aluzard, we're definitely just gonna miss our timing for Aluzard to contribute to our lethal. They do have the Aegil, so that's fine. That's to be expected. There's the Retrafia as well, and another post-apocalyptic girl. So actually a relatively weak turn from them. And they leave our Aluzard alive, which I guess they just don't want to give us the last words effect, which makes sense to me. We just go ahead and go for Do Blame here. We're just trying to get Evo count going. Kind of want to save Leon and Alfie. Artifact can have trouble clearing Leon and Alfie. It's not that bad for them, of course, but it can force them to do something a bit weird to try and clear it, so we look for that. It does give them infinite trade targets though, so we do have to watch out for that. But for now, since we have a lot of pressure on their face, we can just keep trying to pressure their face, dealing damage. We force them to play Radiant Machinery here, which on one hand, they can just heal out damage, so like, we accomplish nothing, but on the other hand, we denied them the ability to use the other amulet, which is, what was it called? Still something else, something or other, but basically it denies them the search from the artifact, which is great. So they go ahead and do a bunch of stuff to clear our board here. We took a little bit of damage, but that's fine. We can just heal it with Hypodermic Devil, since we have been holding on to the Hypodermic Devil for the drain effect. We can go ahead and use the Hypodermic Devil. We put on Aluzard as well, which is great. We can make Aluzard active next turn by playing him this turn. We go ahead and trade here. I chose not to go Metallic Bat here. We're gonna go ahead and use the Gadel here instead, just to draw more cards. And then we can go ahead and summon Aluzard for next turn. We are at 5 Evo, so we should be fine. So if they fully clear our board here, we can just go well, we'll just let them do that turn, I guess. So that's the post-apocalyptic girls. They glue heal and put up the damage shield, which I guess is good for them. And then go ahead and set up the analyzing artifact here as well. They do mill a card here, which is interesting. And there's the Laser Tyranny. go ahead and trade off their analyzing artifact here, and then they trade off into the Aluzard as well, and the Radiant artifact will come with Ward, which is slightly annoying. And then they set a Radiant Machinery here, not really what I would choose to do, because I would probably try and sell a Ward. I guess maybe they didn't have another Ward, who knows, doesn't really matter anyway, so we can go ahead and use the Sanguine Arts here just to clear their followers. And we do need to watch out here because we need to hit 10 evos, which we are not quite there yet. Now we are at 8, so with Mono top now we will be at there. So we can go ahead and play the Mono here, use the Garnet Release, and then we trade off, but we have lethal here just with Mono plus Aluzard. So you can see Aluzard helping us get rid of damage use there. So let's move on to the next game. So our next game here we will be going second against Sword. I think most people are playing Evo or some neutral, some kind of Evo variant now. There are not a lot of people playing Nature right now, even though Nature is just better, but you know, that's a secret between us, I guess. So yeah, for us, we do keep the Hypodermic Devil this time, so I guess we're evolving here. So there's the Ruins of Ireland, so this is definitely an Evo variant. There is no way something that isn't an Evo variant would run Ruins of Ireland here. And the Oceanus does confirm it. So the question is, are they a neutral variant or are they just regular Evo? We go ahead and just clear the Oceanus there, which is fine. They pass, so I guess nothing for them to do. We pick up the Aluzard, so we're just going to go ahead and play him here, and then Ruins of Ireland, zap the Ruins of Ireland, draw a Machina, hopefully try to find Mono, and then next turn when this Ruins of Ireland pops, it will give us a card draw instead of recovery because we have more Evo points next turn. We do clear our Aluzard as well, which is fine. Another Ruins of Ireland and a Case Crack, neither of which are particularly useful right now, so we just go ahead and get Hypodermic Devil going by evolving her here. And then just use Gadel to get some healing as well as draw through our deck, get some Evo count going, and we pick up another Aluzard, so that's good. Can use the Aluzard next turn if we want to. Depends on what my opponent does though. We are a bit behind our Evo count here at 2, so maybe we don't really want to play the Aluzard. I'm not really sure. Oh, actually it should be fine to play the Aluzard probably, right? You get 5 Evos if you play the Aluzard. Oh, there's a Charlemagne from my opponent, I guess to be expected. And out comes our Aluzard, which we are going to go ahead and use, and then we go ahead and play the other Aluzard here. Let's go ahead and use this spell to evolve the Aluzard here, get some Evo count going. And then round it off with Oceanus just to get our Evo count to a nice... oh, we're gonna get 5 by, I think, manual evolving the Assembly Droid here. Fine. Get some damage going. It's unlikely that we'll be able to kill next turn, so we're probably looking for the kill the following turn along with our Aluzard again. So I guess this Aluzard we set up will help us get lethal the following turn. So there is the Warpath Fortress, which is probably what their island searched for, and there's another one, which is fine. The Gerulao will be able to give them damage shoot now that they have enough. And to give the Gerulao Ward, I guess giving a Bane Ward is pretty strong. Probably. And then here comes our Ruler of Retribution. It's fine. Got another Aluzard, we can honestly. We go ahead and just get our Evo count going with the Oceanus here. I should have hit with the Assembly Droid first, I think, but I think the correct play was to hit Assembly Droid and then not evo the Assembly Droid here because keeping the Evo point advantage against... letting them have Evo point advantage allows them to play things like Asuka and Shura, which we don't want to do. So interestingly here, because we... well, not anymore. Well, actually, yeah. Because we do have Flowing Mercy and Aluzard coming out next turn. Worst case, even if they did whip out the worst case scenario, even if they did whip out the Wise here, we should be able to clear it with Aluzard and our Flowing Mercy that we have in hand. But that's fine. We go ahead and have our Aluzard here. We mill a bunch of cards, but it doesn't really matter. Use the Retribution to lower the health on Roland here so we can clear it with Aluzard's spell. Then we can go ahead and invoke, transmute the Alien Alfie here. More damage. Unfortunately, we can't play the Flowing Mercy on the Grimnir here, but we still have lethal, so it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and play the Garnet Release. Actually, we overkill here completely, but And it's fine. So that's it for this game, and yeah, that's it for today's videos. So that's it for today's video. I do like the inclusion of Aluzard. I like how it feels, like having the extra help on your lethal turns is very nice. The fact that he can be activated at the earliest on turn 6 is very nice by helping you get turn 6 lethals more consistently, because he can evo himself. It leaves you 1 PP to play something like a metallic bat, or a assembly droid to fill up your PP curve, and then mono and evo for a nice 5 evo board. So yeah, I do like Aluzard. I think it really helps out the deck. Although, without the replay, what we took out from Aluzard was stuff like Asuka and Shuri. So without those help with draws, you have less consistency maybe. But I think it's fine, honestly. I think Aluzard is a good inclusion for this deck, so yeah, I am pretty happy with it, I guess. I don't like this deck that much though, so I don't play it that much. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, well, you can try this deck out yourself. It's like not, well, it's pretty expensive, I guess, with 15 legendaries. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.